So you got yourself a
library card.
digital library card.
Yeah, man.
Is it, so it's not like they didn't like send you a physical copy,
Nope.
but you have a, is there like an app? Or you have to go like to a website to do your thing?
So there is an app. So there's the online library, right? And then they link to this app called Libby. Libby?
The app you download is called Libby.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can go on the app and you plug in your library card information.
And then you get to check out a bunch of ebooks.
Yeah. And stream stuff. I guess you can stream too. So if they have like movies and stuff.
Can they stream this podcast?
I don't know. You want to put it in the library? They're the public library.
How do we get our content into Libby, i.e. also a public library, so that people can hear us say, welcome to Illicit Packets, episode numero 7. If you hit the SAP button on the side of your phone, this entire episode will be in Espanol.
That's a lie.
But I could get a book digitally to check it out and transcribe the entire thing, and you can understand all of it in Espanol. So that's cool, I guess. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to start making up random shit to sponsor our podcast with so that we get the reps in, and then people can see, we can use it as like a sizzle for their own product. They'd be like, oh dang, these guys actually would be good to promote our product. They would give it an honest opinion and really encourage people to do it.
Or just clip in a real sponsor later when we get actual people to listen to it.
Yeah, sure. So we could take this time segment of this podcast and then rip it out and then put in, the real thing when people want to sponsor us for their shit. Like Read 'em and wipes.
Yeah. While
you're sitting on the can and don't have anything to do. Now, see, this Read 'em and wipes was great before phones existed to some degree, but they may still be noteworthy. If you forget your phone in the bathroom and have nothing to read while you are sitting there, go pull out your handy dandy roll of Read 'em and wipes, which will have anything from comics to news articles to definitions of words, statements, noteworthy thoughts, and others on each 2-ply section of toilet paper. Each 2-ply section is 3 inches by 3 inches, so you get plenty of space to put your ideas, fonts, advertisements, products, and so forth on a Read 'em and wipe. The ink is non-transferable to your beehole, so don't worry about that, and it is environmentally safe upon flushing.
Read 'em and wipes.
Read 'em and wipes. Dude, that, I really promoted that shit in high school. And I gotta thank my grandpa because he actually had some random ass roll of toilet paper that sat on a shelf, up in the bathroom of his house.
Mm-hmm.
And it had all these dad jokes on him. So I'm going into high school and there was you have to create this product and promote it. And so I did exactly that. And it was this fucking Read 'em and wipes thought.
Now you want to sell it to libraries for public use?
No, I'm going to have them check out pictures of the notes on each piece of paper, toilet paper, and then they can swipe through them if they'd like to.
That's how put them in one of those machines, the old school one with the newspaper reels. Just kind of
It's going to be on microfiche. You have to. You got to use a fucking film and we'll lay that shit down on a magnifying thing and you go through it.
Exactly.
Didn't you use in that same product on something later in school?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I used that same thing in 7 different classes.
Is that in college?
Yeah.
You used my fucking high school ass half-ass product and reused it in college?
For sure. Yeah. I was a business major, right? So it was constantly, when you get into some of your entrepreneurship classes, marketing classes, it was think of a product and, write a marketing plan, or think of a product and write a business proposition or value proposition, right? So I think I asked you one day, think of a product, and you half jokingly ran through and was Read 'em and wipes, and told me the concept, and I'm pretty sure I used it 7 times, 7 different classes.
And did you get a decent grade on your product and presentation?
Yeah, loved it. Everybody loved it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great too because it saved time, because some of the classes it was hey, you need to make sure you have a marketing plan and a value proposition and do financial statements for it and all that stuff, right? And as I get through my classes, I've already built up most of that stuff, so it's just slapping it back together and revamping it. So
redo this PowerPoint slide, move this over here, change this arrow to point this direction now, and done.
Yeah. My advertising class I did, it was not an online class, but it was like back then it was TV classes. So I
The
say back
TV
then, like I'm
classes.
super old, but in the 2006-7 area, it was TV classes before they had like this cool, internet, high-speed internet things. We were still rocking the DSL or something back then. 1 mega.
Where everyone still paid for cable. Yeah.
Exactly. But our term paper, right? So it was like 50% of our grade. I had forgotten to write it. And so the day before it was due, I was like, well, shit, what am I going to do here? And I think that's when I asked you, because it was the first time I did anything about read-on wipes. And I came up with a whole marketing plan around this product, which is, basically putting comics. I use comics for everything, right? I didn't branch out too far on some of that stuff, but I just did comics and jokes and stuff like that on toilet paper, right? And I came up with a whole marketing plan and like a advertising plan for read-on wipes. And I got A- on that paper.
Nice, dude. There's probably actually some beneficial things there. I mean, I don't know what the average usage of people's toilet paper is, but like I could imagine if you were like sitting there for a while and you just started reading the roll, you would like inadvertently use more product and more toilet paper than you probably need to or should, just because you're reading whatever's on there.
That was one of my points, actually, in my entrepreneurship class, because some girl tried to puff her chest up and check me on it, saying this is a stupid product. And I was like, why is it a stupid product? And she goes, well, I'm a mother, and my son would just go in there and waste all the toilet paper. And I'm like, that's great for business.
Right. Yeah. Now you're just buying fucking more rolls of my text printed toilet paper because your kid decided he wanted to read all the comics,
Yeah. I got an A+ in that class because, which my group, by the way, everything in college for business is always done by groups, right? My group loved it because they didn't have to write shit. And then I don't know, I knew the product frontwards and backwards, so any argument that people came up with, it was easy for me to get by. So another one, same girl, it was just one of those girls, like they have in the class, name's Susan or something like that. Be like the equivalent of a Karen today, right?
That was like 10 years older than everyone else in the class and had life experiences that they would compare to the classroom, even though it had nothing to do with the real fucking lecture that the professor was trying to go through.
Yeah, and for some reason she didn't like whatever I was saying and didn't like my product, which hers was fucking stupid anyway. It was like,
try my product.
I don't even remember what it was. There was one other product I remember that was pretty decent in that class, but hers was like some dumbass product basically. But she tried to check me and say like, well, we don't like, what if you don't like comics? You wouldn't buy this product, right? I'm like, I don't care. You can put the newspaper on Read 'em Wipes or put Oprah magazine on Read 'em Wipes.
You could fucking diversify the entire market plan and like pick the roles that appeal to you. If you want to have like sweet nothings and motivational fucking quotes put on your toilet paper, then buy that pack.
Right.
Like we can do more than one type of pack here.
Exactly. Well, that was her thing, was like your target market only caters to men. I'm like, that's fine. Why do I need more? And then if I do need more, I'll print other things on it. I'll print,
Maybe the target market caters to men because men probably spend more time in the bathroom than females do. So
absolutely.
Maybe I'm pulling specifically to the fact that you're going to use more toilet paper wiping your fat ass than a female would be. Is like, oops, I pooped a little, and then move on with your day. Like that's not going to happen.
Right. Which was my marketing plan too. It was basically, I don't know if you remember this guy. There's a guy who is part of the world's strongest man. I think his name was like Mariusz Putinowski or something like that. But my whole advertising like commercial was do a commercial with this guy who's this big strong man and have him like, oh, I gotta take a shit, and then he like runs in there, runs out of a roll, and then someone hands him some Read 'em Wipes and he laughs his ass off, and that's who's promoting Read 'em Wipes.
Could you imagine if there was like, you had a little shelf for all your like cheater readers, so you could sit there and read it as you go? Like there could be a whole nother spinoff of products.
Right.
Well,
but yeah.
You're
thank
welcome.
you for the idea, because
you're welcome. Yeah,
it helped me get through college and a number of classes.
And the amount of analysis and effort we put into a fake ass product for the last 15 years of our lives, you could have that same TLC in our podcast for a sponsorship for your product that may be real, because that shit was 100% fake.
Right. Or at least we can get this in the library or something. People would download it. I mean, they could download it for free right now anyway. So.
I mean, I guess so. But what if people? Could you like imagine if you had to check out a podcast or some shit like, or a Dewey Decimal System for like fucking
people would never find it.
A Cosmo quiz on, how you could be a better girlfriend or some shit. Like, man, you get an email with like a lady that's got like the stamp that would put the date on the card and the glasses with the chain like that drips down under her ear, like looking at you like your Cosmo quiz is late with a wagging finger gif. Like that's a thing. Like, man, if we embraced old technology and incorporated it and squished it into newer technology more fluidly, we'd have funny shit like that.
Libraries, man. Also, speaking of libraries, I don't think I ever went to the library when I was in college.
The only time I went to the library is like when the Scholastic bus would come through with like their cool books and pack of pencils.
In college? What kind of college did you go to? This is your art school, right?
Oh, you're talking about... Let's be clear.
I was talking about specifically in college. You were over here saying like, yay, the bus came through with my fucking Critters books. It was great.
Goosebumps number 10. Yay! You didn't read the Goosebumps books in the college library either? Dang,
no, man, I never checked that shit out.
Yeah, so I want to clarify. You keep saying just arts degree, which makes it sound like I went to like the Art Institute of some random ass place. Like, I went to
close.
no. No. I want to set the record straight. I have a bachelor's of arts degree in a science field. I'm being perfectly clear. I have a degree in geography with a concentration on cartography and urban planning and geographic information systems. So it's a science degree, but our school didn't offer that science degree as a Bachelor of Arts. But I was going back and listening to a couple or like the podcast, and you just kept saying arts degree. Like, it's like, no, hold on. It's not just an arts degree.
It might as well be, man. Geography, pottery, same thing, bud.
Emotional inspiration, like I don't know.
Dude, your class was full of like, let's take a field trip and go look at trees. Don't pretend like
earth science, man. Earth science. I didn't have to like draw it. I just had to understand how it worked.
Right. Fucking trees, they grow. That's how they work.
And like I think there's more like to the art of business than there is a science of business. Like there's business is an art.
I got a Bachelor of Science though.
I know.
My degree says it. Arnold Schwarzenegger signed it.
I could have. Oh man, I don't know what mine is. That'd be cool. I think mine is too. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have gone to it if I went to a different CSU. I would have got a Bachelor of Science, under the same degree, the same 100% the same thing.
But you didn't.
Oh well, you know what? It doesn't matter. So, especially when like I'm helping you with a fucking fake ass product to get through your science classes. Good. Well, moving on to the next thing. Do you feel like you've been more productive at home? That's like a big study, right? Mm-hmm. Like the people that work from home being actually more productive than not. Do you feel like you get the same amount of shit done, more shit done, or less shit done working at home in the circumstances you're in with your kid there, with Courtney there, everything that kind of stuff?
Well, my kid's not here. He's in daycare. So I think it doesn't matter, really. Intrinsically, I'm motivated to want to do a good job, so I work. And it wouldn't matter if I'm here, or at home, or on the road, or whatever. I just work.
Do you feel like you work more hours?
No. I work a lot of hours now.
I know, but working more hours than what you're working now.
If I'm at home versus in the office?
In the office.
No.
Yeah.
It's probably equal for me. I know other people it's not. But for me, I think it's equal.
Okay. Yeah, there's been a lot of like studies on things about people, like I said, working from home, people working shorter work weeks, like 6 hours a day versus 8, and or also working like 4-day work weeks instead of 5.
Yeah, I mean, there's the law of diminishing returns, right? And mental health, and hitting your line there, stuff like redlining. And hey, if I work 10 more hours this week, am I really going to get a better product, or is my productivity going to go down? So the 10 hours aren't really going to matter. Yeah, you burn out or whatever. So you're just going to be like lazy those last 2 hours of work anyway. Whatever that looks like. Yeah, or just physically not able to do your best work. Sure. So, but that's more of a. I think that's to me. It's not a location based thing. It's more of a work ethic. A time and work ethic thing. Yeah. So I think if you're going to be lazy in the office, you can be lazy at home too. If not more lazy. Right. Are my work habits a little bit different at home versus the office? Yeah. I mean, at home, it's easier to like, hey, I need to go get water or a snack or something like that, and you're good to go, right?
Yeah, you get
You
snack
also don't
time?
get.
Like recess?
Yeah, man. Courtney actually has it regimented. She has daily snack times.
What?
So, yeah.
Why does she have daily snack times?
Why not?
Well, I mean, but I get like, man, I'm kind of hungry, so I'm gonna have lunch, or I just need a quick snack. But like, regimented, like, what if she doesn't? What's her? Okay, so let's dig into this a little more. What is her regimented snack times?
I think it's 10 and 3.
So like morning recess and after. She's an adult, right? Like morning recess and afternoon
sort of.
recess.
She's a lawyer, so it's not really. I mean, lawyers are, especially with her and stuff. They're really like big babies in suits.
Jesus Christ. Sorry to any of our lawyer friends out there.
They're really smart, but yeah, they just, as long as you're hitting your billable hours, which she does, from what I know, and all that, it's there's a lot of happy hours that take place. There's a lot of the courts are closed or whatnot. There's a lot of snack times and stuff.
So what does she have for 10 o'clock recess? I mean, snack time. What kind of snack does her mom pack her for lunch?
Oh, well, she's the mom, so she packs her own lunch.
Okay. What kind of snack does she pack herself? Is it a healthy snack?
Usually the morning snack is like pretzels, I think.
10 o'clock pretzels. Yeah. Okay.
Could be, if she goes to Starbucks, it could be like a Starbucks thing. And then usually the afternoon snack is some sort of like other type of snack that we have in the drawer there. It's like a cracker or something like that, right?
So no like fruit snacks or like candy snacks or like.
No, she doesn't bite on a bunch of sugar and all that stuff.
An apple.
Oh, she's allergic to a bunch of stuff too, right? So her diet is really narrow.
To crackers and pretzels.
Yeah, there's some other stuff too. Cheese, beef jerky, some of those things come into play.
So what happens if she's not hungry? Does she go play Foursquare instead, or like tetherball, or?
Yeah, no, sure do.
Or does she just like sit by the bathroom or the water fountain with all the other girls and twirl her hair and talk about rumors?
Hopscotch outside.
Hopscotch,
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopscotch action.
How much time does she commit to snack time?
I don't know, like 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
She'll usually answer emails and work while she's snacking.
Oh, so there's not like a bell that rings to pull her back inside to line up.
Yeah, there is. It's her iWatch chime.
Does she have to line up outside the office door again and wait for you to like let her back in or something?
Numerical order, so it's by last name, so I'm always first.
Does she have to like hang her wet clothes up in the mud room before she gets inside the house too? If it's a rainy day outside from hopscotch.
What? It's California, dude. It's fine out here.
Well, sometimes it fucking rains, bro. Like, it's not just sunny all the time. That's where people have the misconception that everybody live in California surfs. We have weather. I know that.
We have rain.
Yeah, and we have cold.
You know that because your arts degree?
Because I have my arts degree. Exactly. You see?
Exactly.
You see? Exactly.
You're over here telling me what kind of clouds are outside and stuff?
Cumulus clouds. There's no clouds out today, actually. It's kind of a cloud-free day. Yesterday was weird, but it's been kind of cold, actually, for it being fucking summertime.
Is cloud-free days, is there some name for that?
I don't know. I don't
you know, like there's, when the new moon and stuff like that, that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
There's no clouds. What is it called?
I don't know. Orographic rain shadowing. Do you know that?
It's a word.
It's a word. Orographic rain shadowing.
I don't know. Let's see what Urban Dictionary has to say about it.
About orographic rain shadowing? The official dictionary of illicit packets to Urban Dictionary.
Can you use it in a sentence? June word of the day: maskadaisical. Slacking off on wearing a mask in public places to prevent contracting coronavirus.
Man, that's like the last word of the day we read was related to COVID.
Yeah. Dude, we have to go back to the house. I forgot my mask, and I can't get into Costco without it. Man, you're becoming maskadaisical. Trending right now is turkey slapped. That's fun. Have you looked at any of these like trending ones, dude?
No.
Like a wizard sleeve. Do you want to guess what that means?
I used to remember that one, honestly.
An extra large and cavernous minge.
Does it really say minge?
It does. As he began to shag her, he realized the entrance to her nunny was like a wizard's sleeve.
All right. Orographic rain shadowing is actually better from a picture perspective, but a rain shadow is a dry area on the leeward side of a mountain, away from the wind. The mountain blocks the passage of rain, producing weather systems, and casts a shadow of dryness behind them. Wind and moist air are drawn by the prevailing winds towards the top of the mountains, where it condenses and precipitates before it crosses over the top. The air, without much moisture left, advances across the mountains, creating a drier side called the rain shadow. So, essentially, you squeeze all of the water out of clouds before, as they rise in elevation, and they dump all of the precipitation onto the mountaintop or mountain range on the, in our case, the western side, which then leaves no moisture for the eastern side of the mountains from where we live. Therefore, you see like Nevada being super dry and deserty. There you go.
Desserts? They have desserts in Nevada?
Yeah, dude. They got fucking tiramisu up the wazoo if you want it there. Go to any buffet. Get yourself like a key lime pie or something. Bam.
At the circus?
Get yourself some circus. I want a good word of the day. This one's an acronym. Giyat gidibib yemuffa. Get your ass in the goddamn house before I beat your motherfucking ass. Oh no, this one's bad. Tub girl. A photo of a woman with a fountain of enema fluid splashing onto her face. Mm-hmm.
That's a website.
Well, that's one of the top definitions. That's a website. I've been there.
That's an old school website, man. That's like one of the, like the meatspin.coms and the lemon party. Yeah, lemon party. All that stuff. The Tub Girl was one of them.
Oh, man. No,
Two girls, one cup. Like, that's all the stuff you got to watch on the internet if you really want to be an old school. Get your achievements on the internet.
Rotten.com was like one of the originals on that shit, too. Do you think this like fucked us up somehow where we like calloused to like the weirdest shit now?
I'm sure it did.
We're like, that was never.
I got my internet and merit badge for it. So
I got my browsing merit badge off of those websites.
It is funny though, because like Lemon Party came up in a show I was watching the other day, and Courtney had no idea what it was. She completely didn't even get the joke. And I'm like, oh.
Did you have her look it up?
No. I just told her what it was about.
Like I remember when like they recorded the beheading or the hanging of Saddam Hussein, and it was like. They like didn't show it happening or taking place. But, at the time, like there was so much other shit on the internet you could find that's like worse than that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think now if they had like some person like that, they're doing it again where they're going to show some like public execution, they'd actually show it? Like today?
Now you have the dark web, right? So people probably jump over the dark web to see some of that stuff.
Yeah,
I've never been on the dark web, so
it's like the orographic web shadowing of the internet.
Quit trying to flex your artist degree there, bud.
You got to go to Nevada to see it, like because that's where it exists.
Nevada would be the dark web for sure, dude.
It kind of is, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sin City is located.
All sorts of craziness in Nevada.
Yeah, we love you, Nevada. Thanks for being so close.
Yeah.
To the bright side of the internet.
It's like your weird uncle that comes in and gives you the cool firecrackers, right?
And he just got that at the fucking, got himself some, they didn't have beef jerky there. They had like elk jerky at the Quickie Mart that he stopped at and then got like, the most lethal like firecrackers you could find and a mogwai. He got all those things at a quick stop in fucking Nevada.
And brought them to your house
for
Flag Day, dude. Yeah, he was visiting.
For Flag Day. He's like, I love this flag. Which one is that one? I don't know. I think it's from Somalia. I'm like, well, what is it? In fact, Flag Day didn't say what kind of flag I didn't or didn't like. Like, I just brought it. Where did you get a Somalian flag? Well, remember this one time 6 years ago when I thought I was going to be a pirate? You're like, yeah. Well, let me tell you, I thought I heard about them Somali pirates. I said, you know what? It's been a lifelong dream of mine to be a pirate. And so I went to Somalia, and it was not what I thought it was going to be. Fucking crazy.
That uncle would wear an eye patch too, just because.
He wore the eye patch the whole fucking way. He like, I'm sure. and his confused ass put on an Indiana Jones hat and then drew a red line on the map as he was flying there.
Yeah.
The whole time, and then got there and realized like, oh shit, you guys just are on like pontoon rafts and fucking like stealing shit off cruise ships. Is that the thing? Look at me, I'm the captain now, and he's like out there with his swashbuckling hats and shit. Man, but he came back with a flag, and then bred mogwais.
So yeah, that's the uncle that would come from Nevada
and the dark web.
Give you all the cool shit and the dark web. Yeah, that uncle would be on the dark web too.
Well, I mean, he's probably like some weird whack ass conspiracy theorist too. You know that like I have to eat 4 tablespoons of tinfoil every day to keep the radio frequencies from fucking people up in my brain. Like, okay, that 5G ain't worth it. Like, okay, uncle. What would this uncle's name be? You can't use Rico. That's too like name brand.
Yeah, Uncle Rico's somebody different. He's the guy who dropped out of high school.
He could throw footballs over mountains though. That's a true fact. Right. I've seen it.
Lives in a van.
Yep. Uncle Rico's van actually, or no, our uncle that we're talking of, who we can't figure out a name for, he has a van too and lives in it, but the wheels are gone and it's on cinder blocks. So
I was thinking he's more an RV, like a Winnebago type thing.
Man, you think?
Yeah, he has one.
No,
I mean, he lives in a trailer, but he has a Winnebago too.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like the van just got built with like tin roof siding or tin siding around it to create said Winnebago or trailer that he's sitting in.
Oh, like he modified a truck or something like that?
Like it started as the van and then it died out in the middle of the desert in Nevada, and then he buy or steal a bunch of corrugated metal and he built around said cinder block van to create his slanty shanty that somehow has internet to get to the dark web.
Yeah. He's got an old school Nokia phone, satellite phone.
He's got a, you say Nokia phone?
Yeah.
He's used electrical tape to like strap some fucking coils to and wires to give himself
car battery for sure.
This uncle sounds super crafty. Like if we ever got into an apocalypse, he'd be like, come to my bunker. And sure as shit, he'd have a bunker dug down 50 feet into the ground.
It's a sea tainer.
Yeah. Like that he buried into the ground. The sea tainer is in the dirt and it's got all the artillery you ever could imagine.
It's halfway in the dirt because he's got like cut out areas for the guns. Pick off people's knees and stuff. He's got used barbed wire around his property.
Yeah, this dude sounds like a Hector. Uncle Hector.
I don't know a Hector.
No? Hank?
I was thinking like a Jimmy type thing.
Jimmy. Uncle Jimmy? Maybe.
Joe. Bobby. Uncle Bobby.
But his name's Robert. He's like, my name's Robert. Everyone calls me Bobby. Like that's what his thing is. Oh, what's your name? My name's Robert, but everyone calls me Bobby. Okay.
Bobby with 2 E's.
Oh, man.
Does that make it feminine with 2 E's?
There's probably 2 eyes with the hearts drawn over the top. That would make it more feminine.
Yeah. Or it'd be like, my name is Robert. Everybody calls me Bobby or Gator.
Gator. Oh my God. Why do they call you Gator? Well, there's one time when I was the Somalia pirate and I had to wrestle an alligator to get myself this handbag, only to find out that the gator was part of the handbag that I stole from that rich lady who was on the cruise ship. So they call me Gator because I wrestled a handbag.
No, I also ran into that gator farm when I was, taking my stop and my layover in Florida to get to Somalia. And on the swamp boat there, ran over 3 or 4 of them things.
Pontoon boat. Oh my God. Because you can't even take a pontoon boat across the Atlantic. That shit is like...
He tried.
He definitely tried. Dude, made it halfway to the Bermuda Triangle. I had to turn around and come back. Okay. Have you ever been to the Bermuda Triangle? Here's a secret. It's a rhombus.
You think you can make it to Cuba from Florida on a pontoon boat?
Probably. Yeah, you probably could make that flight.
So that's what Uncle Bobby Gator did.
Bobby Gator. Man, bless his heart. God only knows where he's at today. He's probably like beat that snake game on his Nokia phone like 60 times by now.
He probably hasn't figured out how to use that snake game.
He's like, goddamn snakes, I hate snakes. And he throws the phone across the wall. Get this snake out of my goddamn phone. I swear to God, every time I'm trying to call out to the dark web, snake game pops up. I ain't tired of that snake. I hear it hissing and a beeping and everything else. And luckily for him, Nokias are like indestructible. So
yeah,
he's got like 50 of them though. He changes out the SIM card just so people don't trace him.
Exactly.
Dude, Uncle Bobby, no one's following you. You're fucking Nokia's, man.
So he walks around with his Nokia and his car battery, calling people.
Oh my god. His pet Mogwai's pretty cool though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think everyone's got an uncle like that though. Everyone's got a crazy uncle.
Yeah.
I wonder, what if I'm the crazy uncle?
I wonder that sometimes too. Am I the crazy uncle?
No, there's no way I'm the crazy uncle.
I mean, I guess I am because I'm the only uncle, I think. No. It's my stepbrothers. One of them could be a crazy uncle.
So is your stepbrother then, would you consider him possibly the crazy uncle?
Well, there's 4 of them. So yeah, one of them can be the crazy uncle.
So you have a 20% chance of being the crazy uncle.
That's how math works, yes.
Good. I mean, I had to draw an elegant picture to get there, but I got it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would be... Yeah, I mean, I'm the only uncle. Like, there's no shit. Maybe I'm the crazy uncle.
Yeah, 100% chance you're the crazy uncle.
Fuck. No way, dude. My brother's way crazier than I am.
He's the dad. So they're going to think that's the norm, right? And then, so you're the crazy uncle. You better live up to that. That's part of the, like, you just wear that.
What would be my, because I don't have
crazy
a crazy uncle
Dan.
name. No, that's not a crazy. Like,
Dan? Yeah, Danny.
Crazy Uncle Danny. But people call me Hogwash. What? Why they call you?
People call me Hardwash?
Hogwash.
Oh, Hogwash.
Why they call you Hogwash? Because this one time I ran out of water, so I went out to the pig pen and I got myself clean. Washed myself with the hogs, aka Hogwash.
Because this one time I went to the bars, I was picking up on some girls. I said, "Hey, girl, you want a shower?" She came home with me. Hogwash.
Ooh, wait, you stink. Come on over here. I'll shower you.
Let me feed you.
Let me feed you, and then let me wipe that pearly skin of yours and that little coiled up tail you got. Like, so pretty. Mm-mm.
If you stay until tomorrow, we'll shave you down.
Oh my god. Clip their ears. You're mine now. Come back. That would be some shit story, but like to get hogtied in a bar and fucking get hauled off. Like, I got one. You tag your ears. You wake up in the morning like, why the fuck do I have a tag in my ear that says B53? I don't understand. That's fucked up shit right there.
Yeah, that's getting to a whole other degree of, criminalness. But if it's all consensual, that's cool. It's funny.
What if you just got like super drunk and then like you tied up the like mechanical bull instead and like ripped that shit off the fucking post and drug it home?
What?
Like instead of
So like you're at a bar. First off, you're at a bar with a mechanical bull. So
yeah, we got to set the context
because you're Uncle Danny.
Crazy Uncle Danny Hogwash. Okay, people call me Hogwash. Yeah.
And then you lasso yourself a mechanical bull.
Pull that shit off. Yep.
Pull that shit off somehow, and then drag it home.
Drag it. Yeah. Tow it right behind my lifted truck. 4x4
Lifted truck.
And then
put it in your trailer, which is just 6 shopping carts tied together.
My trailer.
Yeah, it was just 6 shopping carts tied together
Behind my truck, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't have like a 5th wheel trailer. I just have 6 shopping carts tied together. There's all kinds of weird shit sticking out of it. One of them's like for recyclables. The other one's like got clothes in it. Yeah, exactly.
Dead bamboo tree for some reason.
I'm gonna make bamboo shoot arrows with this thing. You have no clue. Then people ain't gonna see him coming.
This is part of my plan to rent one of those panda bears from China.
I love how you emphasize renting a panda bear because right now the world says that China owns all the pandas and the rest of the world only gets to borrow them. So
yeah,
that's good. Good knowledge there.
Is that still a thing?
I think so. Like even if you bred your own pandas in your own country, like Joe Exotic 2, The Return, like China could come in and be like, that's my panda. And then Joe Exotic's like, fuck goddamn China, like Carol Baskets. Like
he's just over here bitching about China.
Just fucking He's just like, you want to know what I think about China? Bang, 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 bang. Like, fuck, Joe. What are you doing, man? You're going to have a whole other level of issues other than Carol Baskins coming through your door.
I wonder if that's a thing, though. Like, how do they enforce that, China? Like, if you... if they're breeding pandas in captivity, right? So, like at a zoo or something like that. Because pandas, I think, are endangered species. And then, that's a new panda bear. Is China like, oh, that's ours. You need to register it with us with a panda directory or something?
You probably don't get like the certified papers like you do for like dog breeds or some shit. Like, that's not a panda. That is just a black bear with spots. Like, oh, okay. You don't get like the registered papers unless you register it with the county.
It's not AKC. It's just...
Yeah, you just have like a Dalmatian black bear is what you get out of that.
Call it something different. They trademark panda. How'd the red panda get involved in? That's weird. Do they own those too?
I don't think so. I totally would get a red panda though. I was just about to ask you. Like, red pandas are smaller and like much cuter. They're kind of like raccoons actually. They look a little bit like raccoons, but
I think they're part of this. I think they're marsupials, right?
I don't think that's what a raccoon is, man.
No, but I'm saying I think they're marsupials. I think they're closely related to kangaroos and
red pandas.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like too much like a dumbass that I already do. Hog tied a
Panda
fucking
Urban Dictionary.
All right, I'll give you what it is, and then you can give me the Urban Dictionary. How about that one? So, a red panda is a mammal native to the eastern Himalayas and southwestern China. It's listed as an endangered species because the wild population is estimated fewer than 10,000 and continue to decline due to habit loss and fragmentation, poaching, and inbreeding depression. Okay? So, no, it doesn't say anything about China, but they're an endangered mammal.
Yeah, but they're marsupial too, right? So, a marsupial, there are a bunch of mammals that are marsupials, dude.
Red panda is a marsupial, not a bear. Okay, son of a bitch.
See?
Right.
See? What was that again?
Nope, that's it. That's all you get. I'm going to edit that out too, so you don't know that you're right. How about that, bitch?
Here's the Urban Dictionary. Red panda, one of the most goddamn cute animals ever, and yet no one gives two shits about it because it's endangered. Person 1, yo, you hear about the red pandas that are dying out? Person 2, a fucking what?
Yeah, that's about right. They're fucking awesome. They look so cool.
A totally sexy red panda, though.
Yeah, they look pretty sexy too.
Oh, no, sexy red panda is a term used to describe a sexy man with black hair and a red beard, and vice versa. They are considered to be one of the most exotic and attractive breeds of men. Although many good-looking men attended, Jared's full head of black hair and naturally red beard made him the only sexy red panda at the party.
So, do you think he has like natural black hair, or he like colors it black hair?
Doesn't matter. I think if you wanted to be a sexy red panda, you could just
or you just end up being a fucking bear with white spots again. Like, you're not a panda bear if you're like not legit.
Not AKC, bro. Not AKC.
Not AKC. You are a fake ass breed. You got mudded. You a panda mutt. You a panda.
No, sir. I am a designer breed. Okay.
I'm a toy breed. Play with me. Oh man. Yep, definitely would have a red panda pet.
Yeah, you know what? First off, fuck you, because at one point we got drunk and I said, hey, well, if you had a teacup panda, would that be a thing? Or not panda, teacup bear.
Yeah.
Would you do it? And everybody looked at me like I was fucking crazy. But everybody knows if you could have a small-ass bear, that'd be pretty cool, and a lot of people would take those as pets.
I think the logistics of owning a bear in general, like any other than probably like a panda bear, like a polar bear, a grizzly bear, a black bear, whatever, like that's like you're dancing with the devil a little bit there. So you're just like, I can punk you any day of the week. I'll hog tie you like I did that mechanical bull last night. Son of a bitch, you come at me.
Just pick you up and move you somewhere else.
Would you read at Bearstein Bear books every night to like bring it closer to its family? Ty?
Yes, absolutely.
Brother bear gets angry.
Get it from the local library. Berenstein Bears.
I don't know. I mean, sure. Why not? What else we got to do? Next thing we're gonna do anyways is just genetically modify the shit out of everything anyways.
Oh, dude, people are already starting to do
Yeah,
that.
I know. Like
Glowing bunny rabbits and stuff.
if it's not gonna be animals, it's gonna be people soon. Here we go. What would you like your child? Black hair, red beard. I heard they're unique. Like they're gonna do that. Then your baby comes out with a beard at birth. Like that's what's really weird. They fucking went too far.
Be on the application, boy, girl, sexy panda. Sexy Red Panda. That one.
I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that yet.
I'm telling you, man, you got to read that book by.
I did read. I read that thing you sent me the other day.
Which one?
The little novella you sent me from.
Oh, the Kurt Vonnegut one.
Yeah. I read that.
No, there's another one called Homo Sapiens or Sapiens.
Is it a book or is it?
It's a book. Okay. It's like a full-on book.
Yeah, that little excerpt was interesting. Talking about how no one can be born unless someone is willing to die.
It's sad, huh?
Yeah. So I'm not gonna spoil it, but that was kind of fucked up at the end. But who knows? I mean, it could get that way at some point.
Yeah. No, but there's an author. He has got 3 books out. I think right now is Sapiens, Homo Deus, and then 21 Lessons or something like that. I think his name is Yuval Harari. But he basically talks about the future of humans in his Homo Deus book, and talks about, hey, since we've evolved since there's been evolution of species from Homo erectus to Homo sapien and all that stuff, what's the next breed of human, right? The next species of human.
Okay.
And is it gonna eliminate our species, right? Because that's what sapiens did. They basically came in and annihilated a bunch of shit.
Right. We don't have any other human species in existence today.
Right. So, hey, when we get to the next Homo Deus is what he's calling it.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a matter of elimination. It's probably just going to be a matter of phasing out and dying off.
I don't know, man.
So.
It depends.
Well,
he does a math on it. He does a pretty good job, right? He goes back and talks about how Homo erectus was in the different. There's 5 or 6 different variants. How they all lived on Earth for hundreds of thousands of years, right? If not millions of years on some of these ones. Mm-hmm. And then Homo sapiens came through 70,000 years ago and eliminated all those different types of that species.
Yeah, we're a bunch of assholes,
right? And then they eliminated a bunch of other shit too. So. That's a very relatively short period of time in the Earth's existence, right? 70,000 years.
Yep, that's very true. It's a flash in the pan.
Yeah, most destruction happened in the last 2000. Just keeps ramping up.
2000. Yeah, we're a bunch of fucking assholes. And then we want to go and populate a different fucking planet and do it over again. But because we're going to do a better arm pump.
Yeah, well, he wants to go and talk to California's manager, so he's going to go to Mars.
Mars, bitch. M-A-R-S. Mars. I've been reading to Carter before he goes to bed. I've been trying to cut through. I got him to, not that he really knows anything about Harry Potter, but I got him to agree to want to listen to me read Harry Potter. So I'm going back and reading all that stuff for him. So I try to do a chapter a night with him.
Are people anti-Harry Potter right now?
Are they?
I think so, man.
Why?
Because something the author said recently.
Oh, I
didn't look into it. There's a lot of
stuff
out there.
She says shit every 6 or 7 years to stay relevant, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I really give a fuck about what the author says. The books are pretty decent and easy to read and easy to comprehend.
That's what the author says.
she doesn't give about.
She wrote it.
She doesn't give a fuck about what she says either, or the books.
I mean, the books. That's what she's saying. So if you don't give a fuck about what she's saying, and then you read the books, that's kind of a
whatever
oxymoron there.
I would say whatever I want.
I did the math though. I went back and look. She made $1 million a word in her books.
A word? Could you imagine?
It was something crazy like that.
Could you imagine if we got paid 10 cents per word we said on this podcast?
So the Harry Potter franchise is estimated to be about 25 billion, right?
Okay.
How many words in
25 billion.
Potter?
I want to make that kind of money. What do I have to do? Do I have to sell my soul? Is that a thing? What do I got to do?
So there's 1 million. There's about a little over 1 million words in the Harry Potter series. So 25 billion.
We're doing the math here, folks. Live.
So I was wrong. It's $2,500 per word.
I'll take 10 cents per word on this podcast. Come on.
Yeah, she made a couple grand per word. It's not that impressive anymore.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's crazy. She wrote 1 million words, a little over 1 million words, and made $2,500 per word. Is how much the franchise. I mean, she probably didn't make that herself, but how much it's worth.
Yeah, I mean, I can just say like a whole sentence to get the $20,000 I need to buy a new car right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like a fancy car, but if I keep talking, then I can up that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. Get the spinners and the seat coolers, and you can buy a real trailer versus the shopping cart trailer.
Shopping cart. This is my 18-wheeler. That's because you stole fucking 9 shopping carts. that math doesn't add up. Don't do that. It's actually 4.
A couple of the wheels are missing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it's 4 complete ones and 1 half one, or it's 9 with only 2 wheels per. That's the math, and that's actually more fitting for Crazy Uncle Danny, aka Hogwash. Trending. Fuck. What do I do this to myself? All right. So homework this week is, what would be your crazy uncle name or your Somalian pirate name? I think that's good homework, right? That would be good to get some submissions and responses of what people think that they were crazy. And for the females out there, which is only 25% of our viewing audience, is if you're a crazy aunt. And you can't be a Karen. That's already taken.
No, it's the 20th century or 21st century, man. Whatever century it is. They can be crazy uncles if they want to be.
Okay. Well, crazy uncle or aunt and or other, what would be your name? And then if you would like to be a Somalia pirate instead, or both, what would be your pirate name?
Look at me. I'm the daddy now.
I'm the uncle now.
Uncle now.
All right, so I want to thank everyone again for listening to another episode of this wonderful podcast. It's so good, it's so delicious, and so entertaining that you just can't help yourself from, I'm putting subliminal messaging in there, you can't help yourself but share this podcast out. You can also engage with us and follow us on our socials at ILPAC Podcast, or you can go to our website and get all of those links and information of upcoming episodes. There's actually, I enabled a little chat button on there where it's like a message button. You can actually message us directly from the website, which is ilpac.com. You can also send us emails at ilpacpodcast@gmail.com. Someday we'll be super cool and have like podcast@ilpac.com or some shit like that. But for now, we're going to go the free and easy route, ilpacpodcast@gmail.com. I want to thank you guys again for everything. Ray, I always want to thank you and appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks.
Anything you'd like to say before we close up?
This podcast is brought to you by Fuji apples. They're great.
That's the plug. Bro, we did such a good job on reading them once. And that's the one you pull. They're great, period. Flat face, no emotion.
Am I wrong?
No, they're pretty fucking good.
Exactly.
All right.
So this podcast is brought to you by Fuji apples. They're round, and they're juicy, and they're great.
They're great.